We almost got kidnapped.
Just goes to show
I'm home.
it ain't over till the fat lady sings. Better late than never for us to come around. Better late than never for all that was lost once again be found. Yeah, baby, it's clear for all to see that 1 and 1 makes 3 perfectly. Better late than never for you and me.
The late great Princess Diana Wells once said, "Family is the most important thing in the world." The Smith Marreros.
Hi, this is Gabby Baez, and you are watching now the Smith Marreros.
My God, can't take my eye off you. Can't take my eye off you. Dim guy.
Hey, Smith Marrero mob. So I'm back. Gonna go on another trippy trip. So we just got to the airport. We're in the parking lot. So we gotta catch the shuttle to the airport. Since I broke the camera, I have to vlog on my phone now. But I'll see y'all when we get to the airport. Bye. Okay, we made it to past security. So we're gonna go find our gate. And we'll see y'all when we get on the plane.
Flight crew, prepare for takeoff. Fasten your seatbelts. We've been cleared for takeoff.
No video?
So we made it here. We're in Turks Caicos. It's real pretty here, real hot. And now we're at the rental car place. So over here you have to drive on the left side of the road. You have to drive on the left side of the road instead of the right side of the road like we're used to. So should be interesting.
Use can this can sweeter. From Israel way, Mrs. Straight and New York.
We made it.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I wrote the lady and told her it's your birthday.
That's sweet. We're gonna take a picture of it.
That's cute. I didn't know how it was gonna turn out, but we made it to our Airbnb. It's really nice. And it's real nice in here. And it's so cute. They decorated. Let me see if y'all can see. They decorated it and stuff. So, but I will say getting a rental car out here was hell. Okay, it was terrible. Worst experience ever. Do not recommend. And they drive crazy out here, but I mean, I guess that's just like island driving, but it wasn't too bad. So now we're finna go walk down to the beach and see if we can find something to eat because we a little tired. So we'll let the real festivities begin tomorrow. So we found us a nice restaurant right on the beach to eat. And so yeah, it seems really nice. We went to one restaurant at first and it was like super like it was too bougie for us. So we came to this restaurant and they have like jerk chicken and jerk pasta, stuff like that. So yeah, we came over here, but it's still super beautiful. Okay, so do you want to hear the good part or the bad part first? Of course you want to hear the bad part. All right, come on, let's get to it. After we get our rental car, we get to Airbnb. The Airbnb itself is really like beautiful. It was really nice. And so we drop all of our stuff off to the Airbnb, and then we decide that we're hungry, so we walk over. We're literally walking distance to the beach and all of like the restaurants and everything that's on the beach. When we first get there, there was like some workers that were part of like one of the resorts on the beach. So he come up to us. He's like, we asked him how much it is to rent the cabanas on the beach, and he telling us, yeah, like give us $50 or whatever. And he's like, you come back tomorrow, because they were closing by the time we got there. But he was like, yeah, come back tomorrow, give me $50, and yeah, I'll hook you up. I'll make sure I give you a cabana. Mind you, we later find out the cabanas are free, but yeah, he's trying to play us. So and then he gave us like a recommendation on which restaurant to go to. Okay, cool, whatever. We walk away. That's that. So we go to eat, and the food was like really good. So after we leave there, fast forward, so we're walking back to the Airbnb, and mind you, it's like street lights are very few and far between out there. So it's already dark as it is. We're already getting turned around trying to get back to the Airbnb. We finally made it to the street that the Airbnb is on. So we're walking up the street. It's very dark. And so we walk in, and I'm with my mom, and so she like, I'm like, Mom, it's like a SUV in our driveway, because our Airbnb was like a private residence, so there's no one else staying in our Airbnb. There's nobody that should be in our private driveway. So I'm like, Mom, it's a SUV in the driveway. She like, oh, well, you know, maybe it's the neighbors or something like that. So we keep walking. All of a sudden, somebody gets in the SUV and comes driving towards us. Mind you, again, it's very dark. So I turn my flashlight on my phone, and I'm like, what's going on? And then so he stopped the truck right next to us while we were walking down the street. He like, oh yeah, he's like, it's your, he like, hey, how you doing? And we looking at each other like, who is this? He like, oh, it's your friend from the beach. We like, how do you know where we, like, this is what we're thinking, like, how do you know where we stay? He like, he could tell by the looks on our face, and he say, don't worry, nothing bad ever happens in the islands. So this what he said was. My red flags are just going off in my head. I'm like, oh no, like, first of all, how did you find out where we stayed? What are you doing in our driveway? Like, I don't know, something's just not right. When you just got that intuition, that's just that feeling that something's not right, 9 times out of 10, something's not right. But we both was like, okay, that's weird. But we wanted to go to the grocery store. We needed to get cash out, because for tomorrow we were gonna do like the beach day. By the time we go to the grocery store, so I'm already on the phone with Mark. I'm like telling him the story. I'm like, this don't sound right. I don't like it. I don't like it. So me and my mom, so we start talking about it. We like, yeah, that is real weird. She was like, yeah, that is weird. It was like 9 o'clock by now, so it's very dark. So we're like, okay, well, let's just write the Airbnb host and let them know what happened. You know, maybe it's somebody that, you know, it's a small island, so maybe it's somebody that they know. So we write the Airbnb host. Long story short, I'm talking to the Airbnb host for a good 45 minutes at least, going back and forth. So first she was like, oh, let me just send my husband out, like, can my husband come over? We're like, no, like, we already telling you about a weird strange man being in the driveway, and you want to send your husband, another man that we don't know, over. We were like, no, we're not opening the door for nobody. And then mind you, while we're over here writing the Airbnb host, we done found every sheet, towel, blanket up in there. And because the Airbnb have like floor to ceiling windows like all through it, so we over here then took our boob tape and then taped up every single window. They didn't have no curtains, no blinds, no nothing, so you can literally just see right in and out of everywhere. So we're like sitting in a fishbowl basically, like everyone can see us. So so I'm still over here writing Airbnb host, and then she's like, oh, is the black truck, like, is it still there? And mind you, the truck pulled off when we were walking back up, so I thought it was gone. And then she kept saying, no, like, it's a truck outside, a black truck. So I look outside, and sure enough, the guy had came back, and he's parked on the side of the house in the pitch black. You have a black SUV sitting in the pitch black, no lights on, like extremely weird. And then so she like, okay, well, my husband went out there and talked to him. He said that he's there with friends that are staying next door to us. Look, if you would have saw these friends that was staying next door to us, it's just no way that man knew those people. Like, come on now. Clearly he was telling them anything. After going back and forth for about an hour now, it's about at least 10 o'clock, we realized we weren't getting anywhere with the Airbnb host. She's like, I can't make him leave. He has a right to have, like, come over and see his friends, blah, blah, blah. So we're like, you know what? F this. Like, we're leaving. We wouldn't even be able to sleep comfortably. And mind you, we've been traveling all day since the crack of dawn and first thing in the morning. Like, we're exhausted. We just want to go somewhere where we feel safe. So we're like, okay, forget it. My mom, she was able to find one last room at a resort, maybe like 10 minutes away from the Airbnb. And luckily we did rent the car, or else like we really would have been stuck. So we was able to book the room, and then so we over here, we're like, okay. And in the midst of this too, we didn't found like every piece of heavy furniture, like a dresser, all types of stuff. We didn't scooted it in front of all the doors, because there's a front door and a back door, and like, it just, like, anybody could have came in, like, busted a window or something, came in, like, it was crazy. So we over here, we got all the furniture in front of all the doors, both doors. So we're like, okay, once we booked that room with the other resort, we had to sit there, rip all the towels and tape everything off the windows and doors that we had taped up. We try to hurry up, scoot all the furniture back, put everything how it was when we left. So we were packing up everything, and then I got another phone in my one hand, and then so I got the suitcases. I had my pepper spray with me, so I had my pepper spray out. I told my mom, I said, okay, as soon as we open the door, unlock the trunk, like, we finna just throw the bags in the car and go. So as we're hurrying up, like, basically running out the front door, the guy, he was just standing outside. And so as soon as he see us getting in our car, he hurry up and jump in his truck. And then I wish I could, like, explain it, but okay, so it's the house, like, this is the house, then this is the driveway, and then so the guy was parked right here, like on the side of the house. We're right here. So as soon as we hurry up and get in the car, trying to throw everything in there, all of our big old suitcases, everything in this little bitty car. So he jumped in the car at the same time. So while we get in the car, we're trying to bag out, because the street is back here. We're trying to hurry up and bag out. He pulled his car, like, where they're coming this way, he pulled his truck out and blocked us in, like, trying to stop us from leaving. And then all of a sudden, all you hear is, like, him just laughing, and then he hurry up and speed off. Like, it was so crazy. And then in the midst of all of this, my phone dialed 911. Like, as this man was trying to block us in the driveway, my phone was dialing 911 at the same time. I said that ain't nobody but God, because he knew we was in a situation. We finally left. And then my mama, she was just finna ram into him and get us up out of there, because he sat there for a minute too, like, acting like he didn't want to move, until we finally started just backing up like we was gonna hit him. Then he finally moved and drove off. So we finally made it. We went to the resort, and they really couldn't even find a room for us because we're so booked up. But luckily, after waiting like 15 minutes at the front desk, she was finally able to get us a room. So we finally made it to a really nice resort, and we were safe and sound the rest of our trip. But I will say, Mark told me he told me before I even left, he told me to stop looking at Airbnbs when I would, we go to out the country and stuff. But I had booked an Airbnb In other places, like I went to St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, I didn't have any problem in the Airbnb. But again, I was with my male cousin, so like it, you know, that could have something to do with it. And the fact that, you know, me and my mom, 2 females, I don't know. But, and again, I don't know what this man's intentions were, but like when you just have that gut feeling that something just isn't right, you gotta listen to it, because you just never know. You never know what people, you know, especially in another country, are trying to do to you. To the good stuff. I had a really good time. I love Turks and Caicos. I honestly will go back one day. It's beautiful there. If you love warm weather, for the most part, friendly people, beautiful beaches, you need to go, definitely. But I mean, once we got to the resort, you know, we walk right out. We go downstairs, walk right out of our hotel room, and you walk across this the pool and this little bridge, and you're right there on the beach. So we spent a lot of time in our private cabanas on the beach. All you gotta do is put your flag up, and they come and, you know, take your order, bring you food, drinks, whatever you need, right to your cabana. So that was really nice. Again, beaches, beautiful. So this is like the back where their pool is, and down there they have the breakfast, and this is the beach right here. So super nice. We should have just came here in the first place, but you know, life's all about blessings. Lesson learned. When you're in Turks and it starts pouring on us at the beach. So yeah, this is us at the moment. Trying to hide from the rain. I wonder if anybody else still in their thing or just us. Yo, we are getting rain poured on inside our cabana. And it's water cold. This is the life, y'all. Jerk chicken sandwiches. Frozen margaritas. Right on the beach. And then I was able to talk my mom into doing parasailing. She was definitely a big scary crybaby, and she hated it, every second of it, but I got her to conquer her fear and do something on her bucket list. So I'm glad she did it. I'm proud of you, Ma. We are beautiful. Say hi. Hello. But parasailing was cool. I had did it before, so it was my first time, but it's fun. Oh, so every Thursday out there, they have a fish fry, and it's like a big thing. Like, it's really where like the locals, like they have like food vendors. They come and, you know, sell you their food. They have like all types of souvenirs, shirts, handmade like jewelry, candles, like they have everything, and they'll come and, you know, have their own little booths and stuff at the fish fry. And then they have a big stage with live music. So the fish fry was like really cool. It was really nice. So if you go there, you definitely gotta check out the fish fry. Like, it's really nice. And then we were supposed to go kayaking, but another rule of thumb, are you out there, do not book tours and activities, excursions, stuff with random people just walking up and down the beach, because there's, I mean, I'm sure there's some legit people, but there's a lot of not legit people out there, so that will try to scam. And basically we almost got scammed to go do the clear like the clear bottom kayaks. So we almost got scammed doing that. The guy ghosted us, so, but luckily we never paid him any money or anything like that. But, you know, just gotta be careful for sketchy people, for sure. But overall, the trip was really nice. I really loved the resort that we ended up staying in. It was beautiful. But honestly, any resort that's right on the beach, like, you will love it. It is beautiful. So We had a really good time there. Look, y'all know trips are my thing. Trips are my happy place. I just feel so alive when I'm traveling and seeing new things. So trust me, one little kidnap scare, it's not gonna stop me from traveling the world. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see y'all in the next episode of the Black Full House. That's the Smith Marrero signing out. Bye.
Just get at the top, let me sit and take a breath. Let me see who at the bottom that I just might wanna help.
That's all, folks.